Hello guys and welcome to my FIFA 19 Player of the Month Reus investments. So we have got ourselves, by the looks of things, a bit of a Bundesliga Potm on the way, like we've had with the Prem for the last 2 years. Reason for this, EA has literally tweeted it out. I believe they're sponsoring it, and there has, I believe, been like a card in the files or something along the lines of that, just adding furthermore reasons why they'd be dropping it. So what I've done is I've made a, I guess, a video format trading guide. I normally write these up, and I've done them again I did them for Lucas and Hazard, and then Sterling if it was a bit of an outsider with Sterling. But I've decided to go do this one for Reus. Now, Reus is not guaranteed, I will tell you that right now, but Reus is, so they have a high percentage of fan vote. I believe it is 40% fan vote, 30% captains, and 30%, I think, is it like professionals or like a panel as such. Well, the thing going for Reus is last year they did the Bundesliga player team of the season, and that was fan vote, and Reus won it even though I think he was injured for 8 months, obviously showing that he is a very fan favourite, and obviously fan vote having the you know, the edge, I guess, as such, is looking relatively promising. So that is one thing going for him. Another thing going for him, let's be completely honest, the other players, the only other player I guess would be good would be Werner, maybe Plie and Hazard. But I'm not going to write a trading guide up on Duda, who is, you know, the favourite, I guess, with 5 goals. But then going for this, I'll tell you what Reus's stats are. Reus has 4 games played, whereas a lot of the others have 5 games. He's got 3 goals, 2 assists, which is a 5 contribution. No joke, there is a 1, 2, 3 players out of the 6 have a 5-goal contribution. That again building up of 3 goals and 2 assists. He actually has, out of all of them, the highest average rating, so he has a 77.68, which again is higher than all of them as such, so not too shabby. But and yeah, again, Reus is a bit of a Germany golden boy, I believe. Again, why he probably made it in team season. Also, he's a very fan favourite, so I wouldn't be surprised if you know, it was rigged. But yeah, so what we decided to do right here is break this down into sections and I guess different parts of SBCs they could drop. So we've got Germany, we've got the Bundesliga, don't call me up on that spelling. We've got teams that he's played this month, like the classic sort of ones we get Potm, and we've got team of the week investments. Now, one thing I would say is I would have banged on high rated players, but off the back of the Potm Hazard, they're quite pricey. And bear in mind, I don't know, maybe Duda could get it, yeah, you should be in the Duda if you invest in high-rated players because they could be down off of the letdown. So we are going to start this one over with the Bundesliga. Now, what I've decided to do is go through each position and look through which are the best value for money and where there aren't much of a risk of an investment. So I guess we'll start off right here with the goalkeeper, that being Herodecki. Now, I'll be completely honest, there is a vast range of goalkeepers you can go in the Bundesliga, so it's not an amazing investment, but he is, I guess, a good value for money for the rating. So again, Herodecki right here, he is in at about 2.4k right here. And again, you've got 283 rated goalkeepers, that is Farman and Baumann. That's in about 1k, and you've got a plethora of 82s. I think you've got Justin, Sommer, some guy who's Czech. So there's a lot of, there's quite a large range of goalkeepers, so he's not amazing on the back of that. So then we'll head over here to right back. We've got ourselves Lars Bender, and second coming up, Piszczek. Lars Bender's in about 1.5k. And Piszczek's in just under a K. The right back distribution in the Bundesliga of ratings is quite interesting. You go from Kimmich, which is an 85, all the way down to Bender, then to Piszczek. Then I believe you go to Calgary, who's 80 rated. And then you've got like loads of 78, 79, 80 rated. So they're a bit meh. As I say, you're not going to really go Kimmich in these SBCs. It's not a very good value for money investment. As in, like, you wouldn't, you know, keep Kimmich because he's the cheapest 85 from the Bundesliga. So yeah, as a result, you'd end up using Piszczek and Bender. Then head over to the centre-backs, and we got ourselves Sule. Do we have ourselves Sule? Yeah, we got, sorry, Sule, Toprak, and Tar. Sule's in about 4k, Tar's in about 2.5k, and Toprak's in just around about a k. Not too shabby, you know, again, they're not the worst in the world. The distribution of rating with the Bundesliga centre-back, a little bit more even this year than last year. And that, but in fact, actually, it's just this year it's only Toprak and Tar switched over. But yeah, you go from Hummels to Boateng to Naldo, and then you go down to these 84s, 83s, and then 82s. But yeah, they're actually a really good value for money investment. Again, Toprak's in about 1.2 is decent. And then over to left backs. Now, one thing EA is, the Bundesliga this year is lacking is left backs. So I mean, they do have a plethora of centre backs and left mids maybe being used off of chemistry. But yeah, massive lack of left backs. Your highest rated left back this year, Part Alba is, or Alba, whatever he wants to call himself, is Scholes, Guerrero, And I think there's one other. Oh, and Wendell. So you've got yourself 3 left backs from the Bundesliga, only 78 rating, which is going to bring me on to a point in a bit of some other really good investment due to a real lack of players, or a real lack of left backs from the Bundesliga. Then we'll head over to left mid. So in left mid we have got ourselves Branda right here. We should have buy on the bench. There you go, do a buy on the bench. Screws, by the way, saying about 1k. Bike's in about 1.1k. Branda at the moment is in about 2k, but I think 1.5k after Monday's rewards. He's a really good investment. He's your highest rated. I mean, you've got him and Gnabry, but you've got highest rated Bundesliga left mid you'd want to use in these SBCs. Highest rated German, again, with Gnabry. He's also non-rare, which means the supply of him could be slightly lacking. And also he does fluctuate between about 2.1k to 1.4k. So offer rewards should be an amazing card to go pick up, because the highest rated left mid, or I guess joint, is non-rare. So the supply could be quite lacking right there. And again, with one of my investments up and coming, he also proves to be pretty good. We then head over to the midfield, and that is going to be Javi Martinez, Kagawa, Gertz. You also have Forsberg and Naby Keita. Again, I'll bang you through these prices. About 3.5k, 1.5k, 1.2k, and then Naby Keita. Sorry, Campbell and Forsberg, both in about 1k. All decent investments. The only problem is Kagawa. Maybe one of these overhyped investments. And what I'm going to bring into as the overhyped is that you had Kepa, Pedro, Giroud. These cards, if you weren't to sell them in the first 5 seconds of Hazard, or the first whatever, I think it's like half an hour maybe, you are screwed, because these cards are going down and down and down. And that's because these cards are so heavily invested. Everyone's trying to get out of these investments, but it's like there's nowhere near enough people buying them than there are people selling them. So as a result, the selling outweighs the buying, and they are going down like there's no tomorrow. So yeah, I think Martinez is good because there is a lack of high-rated player, so he bangs in right there. Again, Kagawa's not bad, but he could be over-invested. I do quite like Goetze because there is a lack of high-rated centre mids. And in fact, Goretzka holds that. Of course, Goetze holds that. Goretzka's unaffordable. And then, other than Goretzka, you can end up using Kramer, Rudy, and some other guys who got right mids. Right mids is a massive lacking. You've got Bellarabi and Traore are your highest rated players. Again, Bellarabi's in about 1.4, Traore's in about 1k, both really solid investments. I think Bellarabi's not going to be bad because highest rated right mid. Really sucks he's 80 rated, but if you need high chemistry, hey, you're either using him or Robin. So, happy days. So, we now move on to the strikers, and we've got ourselves Cruz and Kramit, both sitting about 1k or under. You know, in the Bundesliga, there isn't really much to use. You go straight from Muller 86 straight down to these guys at 82, so they'll probably end up using these. These are the only 282 rated. There's loads of 81s, including Rafael, Gomez, Stindl. And yeah, so I'm going to jump onto a few players on the bench, which we haven't already covered. So this is Muller, Naldo, and Ribery. Now, I believe if you need excessive rating, these are going to be your go-to guys to get that excessive rating. You know, Naldo's unaffordable, Thiago's relatively unaffordable. Again, they're not very good value for money. Not Naldo, sorry, Hummels. They're relatively unaffordable. These are like your most affordable, high-rated players. Again, I believe if you put them all in one team, you get like an 84 rated. So, you know, it's I don't know the odds on them needing a full Bundesliga because it's going to be quite expensive to do that. But yeah, these are your 3 guys you want to get if you want to go for a bit high rated. Maybe you're seeing on like 1 million and you just want to play it. You know, you don't want to do these like mad amounts of, I don't know, buying like 100 Martinez or so on. So the next thing we're going to move on to, so that is Bundesliga done, and that is, well, again, there'll be cross investments left, right, and centre. And this right here is Reus's old team. So Reus is actually quite a loyal guy. He's sat at some team which I'm pretty sure they've made up for like his youth. He then moved to Mönchengladbach and then moved over to Dortmund. These are your best Mönchengladbach investments. You've got yourself Kramer, Gittner, Shroud, and Traore. The reason these are the best is because these two are both non-rare, therefore the supply of them should really dry up in no time. Stindl's good, again, because he comes second to those 282 rated. Traore is good because the highest rated right mid from the Bundesliga is 80 rated, therefore you're only going to take a loss of 1 rating going for Traore over Bellarabi right there. But yeah, they're your best investments. Again, 2 high rated non-rares. Happy days. You could go with Sommer if you want to go for another one. But there you go, so that's his old team, and that is the Bundesliga. We're now going to head over to the next team, which is, we'll bang over Germany. Now, Germany does not include all the guys from the Bundesliga. It just includes the guys who aren't from the Bundesliga, but are decent Germans, and they run under Hector, Mustafi, Khedira, and Draxler. Hector's the best because, as I said earlier, there are no high-rated left-backs in the Bundesliga. As a result, you're going to have to turn to potentially Hector, which is 1 rating higher than the highest-rated Bundesliga left-back, but is ever so conveniently sitting in the Bundesliga 2, which is why, this is case 1 for why Brandert, Goetze, and then Sule slash Tar are good, because you might not want to link up Bundesliga players, you might end up using German players, so you can get some high rated players in there, so not too shabby. Then a Mustafi, again, we're already seeing that Tar's in about 2.5, so Mustafi, again, if you just want high rated Bundesliga centre-backs, might be better value for money than Tar. One thing though, again, as I said earlier, they're massively lacking on rating when it comes to the Bundesliga. So obviously, Khedira 9k, so not seeing too cheap again. 2k for him and like under 1k for him. Not, you know, they're not seeing too good. You've got Ribery right there, who's up at 13k, so he's about 4 or 5, probably even off they've up price ranges. But about 6-7k cheaper than the next Bundesliga, 85 rated, or than the Bundesliga because he's not the Bundesliga. But there you go. And again, going on to you know, them having a lack of rating right here, running Julian Draxler in the middle is pretty decent, as they, I guess other than Kagawa, don't really have too many high rated centre mids. So again, there's Draxler, Khedira, Mustafi and Hector, which can all be used if you're not requiring a full Bundesliga team. We'll then head over teams that they've played. He's played 4 teams this season. He has played, what's it called? Bayern 04, Nuremberg, lovely, Hoffenheim and Frankfurt, if I'm not wrong. Again, I've gone for a few investments right here. You would have seen all these in the first squad builder. Again, I just rate them because they're very good value for money. Again, it's just a little crossover investment, so nothing too new in these. If you do want to go, you can go for a Volland as well. Up front, he's not too shabby. And again, I think they've got a few other guys who aren't too bad. We then head over to this team. This team literally has 2 golds, so again, I'd say it would be a bit of a Cardiff situation, but Cardiff didn't end up being too amazing. Both of them are sent just under 700 coins. This guy's actually non-rare, so the highest rare player from their team is non-rare. Could end up being very nice, but there's them. They actually beat them 7-0 as well, so geez, you know, you could see them being in there because that was quite the thumping. We then head over to Hoffenheim. Again, you would have seen a few of these players prior. Kramik, again, Baumann, 900 coins for an 83, not bad. Then over to VOGT. Again, they have a lack of high rate players. They got another 80 rated Cam. But I just love VOGT. Again, there's not that many high-rated Bundesliga centre-backs. He actually does, I guess, high-rated German Bundesliga centre-backs. You know, we'll get specific. But yeah, there's VOGT. I mean, he's a minimum investment. You're not losing much. Then we head over to Frankfurt. They have a fair few rare golds, so they won't be too amazing. But Abraham and Müller. Again, Müller I've logged in here because again, you're looking at that. Rating. You're sacrificing on the right mid. Highest red right mid is 80 rated, so you're only sacrificing a 3, rather than if you went with maybe an Abraham, you might be running a Sule, therefore you're sacrificing 5 rating, going from 84 to 79. But yeah, we've got Abraham right there, because he's also a relatively high rare player over from Frankfurt. So we have got the last squad now, and that is going underway with the team of the week. So, to increase rating, or to make a SBC expensive on FIFA, they've got a few options. High rated, excessively high chemistry, we're saying 90 to 95 or 100. Informs, lots of different squads, being really awkward and just wanting a Reus. As I said, there's a few ways of increasing the rating. And bear in mind, we're about 14 weeks deep. We've just had weekly rewards, you know, which is, or not just, but relatively recently, had weekly rewards which flooded them on the market. Informs are still relatively cheap, so I'm going to talk you through some of the best inform investments. Starting off with Howardez, who is the best, I think he's just the best investment. I'm probably going to stack up on maybe 100 of him this weekend. But yeah, again, he's in about 14k. If you can get him 40k or under, he's amazing. As I stressed earlier, the highest rated German left back is 79 rated. The highest rated Bundesliga left back is 78 rated. This guy wipes him out of the park by 5-6 ratings. And again, if you're linking him with them German players, it's going to be very, very easy. So I rate him so much because Bundesliga lacks so badly on high rated left backs, and likewise with Germany. So I think he's an amazing investment. He's also 84 rated, the cheapest 84 rated. So I think he's an amazing investment. Then head over to, I guess we'll go for the Bundesliga next. We then got Ziegler. Ziegler, I think, was in Team of the Week 2, if I'm not wrong. Therefore, his card would get rarer a lot faster than someone who's been in a recent Team of the Week. Yeah, Ziegler was in Team Week 2. You're going to be sending around about 12k for him. Pretty safe investment, relatively high rated. You know, you can just get out of the way. You are only sacrificing 2 ratings on him, which isn't bad, off of a Herodeki. We then over to Paco Alcacer. Again, if they announce the Reus, but don't release him instantly, that Paco Alcacer can go up amazingly, because again, he's the only Dortmund in form, other than Reus, so, you know, you can see him going up a fair bit. He's also A2 rated, you know, not too bad. Can easily link up to the La Liga guys, which is promising. So that's looking all good. We then have Hoffman. He's actually been position changed from right mid to centre mid, which is interesting. Nothing I was talking about earlier. There are a lack of high rated centre mids from the Bundesliga. So again, you're not going to be losing it on too much rating by banging in a Hoffman. And the last investment I just threw out there was a Stuani. Stuani, again, you're going to be sending about 12k for him again. Links up with a lot of the high-rated La Liga players. They are some of the cheapest high-rated players in La Liga. So that's not too shabby. Again, if you do want to go for some players from the current team of the week, I'll bang up the team of the week for myself right now. Ruben Diaz, the centre-back, 82 rated, probably isn't too bad for 11k. De Ligt for 11k isn't too shabby. Tonelli for 11k wouldn't look too bad. So there are a few other cards you can go and pick up, but again, if you're on my main investment, if you have a lot of coins, go ham on this Howardez. He'll go up one time or another. I do rate him very, very strongly. And again, Sule's pretty good. We'll go back to the Bundesliga quickly. Brando was pretty good as I was raving on about him a second ago. But I believe this will come the end of the video. So thank you very much for watching. Because if it does help, make sure to drop a like. If there's any critiques or anything like that, feel free to put them down below. One thing I will plug though, I won't plug too much, is a trading guide. I do this thing on my Twitch channel where I'll write up a trading guide for my subs, but you can get that for free with Amazon Prime. But yeah, so I write up trading guides every single day for my subs. They have 2 to 3 brand new articles in each guide, take an hour and a half, 3 hours. I spend about an hour and a half to 3 hours on each of these every single day. And this sort of stuff right here is the stuff I would have written up about 2-3 days ago, and then would have given on YouTube. And then again, there'll be stuff around there which I probably won't put onto YouTube because I wouldn't see it too necessarily. So yeah, you feel free to check that out on Twitch. If you want to check my Twitch, I do stream about 8. Well, I try and stream a lot more. I try and stream like 10 to 14 hours a day. You can check my Twitter. I tweet when I'm both live and upload videos. Of course, if you do enjoy the video, feel free to sub, drop a like. I think that's me all wrapped up. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to try and do daily uploads. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow with hopefully another daily investing video.